Okay, dear watcher, we're back on this lawn. Today we're going to do the nematodes, and what I have done, if you can see those, I've coned out the area. Main reason being I want to make sure I've got accuracy when I go over this with my electric sprayer. So there's 1,000 meters that I'm going to do here. I've got these set out every couple of meters so that I can go up one end, gun back through the other. Very PA1, very PA6 training. So let's crack on. With the walkover sprayer, so I'm just going to start to set this up. Let's first of all get it plugged in, and before we do anything serious with her, this needs a thorough rinse now, having been previously used for some herbicide. So as we're going to be putting some living insects in there, yes, you heard me right, living insects, so some nematodes, I need to make sure that this is thoroughly clean first of all. So let's clean the machines. Run that through the tubes, wash the nozzles out, but now what we're going to do is we're just going to take those out and take these filters out as well on this occasion. Usually we run with filters, but with the nematodes, what we find is that this will all clog up and we won't get any insects going down. So the good insects, that is, going down. Let's just have a look and make sure these are all clear. Oh, that's interesting. That's clear. That's clear. That one's not. We'll just have to fiddle that one out. Let's use something that happens to be lying around, and there we go. Just take that out. So that's that filter clear. Right, with these now empty, what we're going to do is going to have a different nozzle today. So I'm just going to pop these out, and we're going for a nozzle with a slightly larger aperture, so it doesn't kill, or certainly doesn't damage, the insects on their way out. That's that out. That's all blue nozzles out. We've got grey nozzles instead. Wow. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Impressive, aren't they? Here we go. Let's just pop these, start to pop these in. And before we do that, let's just pick up the other equipment so we don't go losing it, leaving it behind, sitting on it. All in line. Washes in. 1, 2, 3. Hands fine dry, and we're now ready to put these back on. So up we go. In and twist, and that will go on. Last one of these going on. Twist, all locked, all lined up, nothing out of place. What I'm going to do now, give that just another rinse through, and we're going to start to mix some products up. Nozzles in, test. Yep, liquid coming out of those. That's going to be all nice and clean. And just whilst I remember, turning this off, tipping the clean water out. One of the other things we need to do is undo this and get this bottom filter out, because again, what that would do with such a big filter in there like this one is, although it's good at catching all the muck and the leaves and everything, all the debris that we've actually had that has found its way in there whilst doing other treatments this season, what we don't want is that lovely fine filter to catch all the nematodes, because again, the poor little things will drown. We don't want that happening. So again, there, we're going to give this a nice clean out, some fresh water. Let's go do that. Right, that's all been washed out, so that's all nice and clean. That's all nice and clean. That's going to go in the pocket for later. Let's get it. And this is going to get screwed back into the pump down here. And there we go. It's got a good seal on that. There we go, that's going on. There, sorted. That'll do. No little insects are going to get drowned in today's adventures. Right, let's go and work out some calculations as to what we need, how much we need of it. Okay, so we've got our product here. We've got 10 litres of water, and we've got our multi-purpose tool, soil tester cum stirrer. So all I need is, first of all, some instructions. Yep, they're for me. Super. And next we need some product, which is going to go in here. So let's just get on with that to start with, and we'll mix that up. What an appetizing soup we have here. So just going to stir those in. Break those lumps up. And then with the stock made, I'm going to start to add some of that stock into some more fresh water for us to then go and spray some of the lawn to start with. So there's 5 litres there, 5 litres there, about 125 million nematodes in this to kick off with. Okay, let's measure some of that out. I want nice clean jug, and I'm going to have, that's 500 ml, I want 1.5 litres of material in there. Okay, let's just go run a tap, which isn't complicated. Okay, so stock in there, and in there filled up with water, so there's about 75 million nematodes in there. Let's go and put them on the lawn. Okay, here we are, everything running with our lines marked out. Going between the two and walking up to the next two, and what we'll do is, just as a guide, carry on right the way up to the edge of the lawn. So there, turn it round. Okay, just come through there. Oh, good, nice wheel mark so we can see where we've been, and start to go back the other way, going through the next set of markers. So putting a nice even spray down, turning it around. Okay, see where we've been again, going through. That's working well. Yeah, anybody that fancies donating the GoPro, please send your details to Newbury Basingstoke at truegreen.org.uk, and sponsors are gladly welcome. Get a mention. There we go. You'll also see some crazy antics of me riding a bike. There we go. Let's do these on that one. Next one. And it's very much like this now, covering this. So there's going to be a few runs on here until such time that all product and all 500 million nematodes have been distributed. So all the mucking about, getting it all set up right, Well, done that. Now it's time just to walk up and down for an hour or so. On a much smaller lawn, I might actually use a handheld attachment, put it onto the hose, fill the hopper up with the nematodes, and then just set the setting on here to spray on water and mix, then do the lawn. But it's a pretty large lawn today. Doing it with the volume that I've got, we're going back to the trusted way of using a sprayer and using the electric sprayer rather than using a knapsack, because I don't want to be here all night. So yeah, cracking on. Okay, this time second run over, well, 25 litres in there, something like that. What we're going to do is time how much it will do, how long it takes me to do probably about 400 or 500 metres on this. Okay, so catch up in a minute and let them know how that's done. Okay, so I reckon I had about 24 litres in here last time, and it took me 6.5 minutes to empty the tank. Therefore, at that rate, according to my trusty calculator, I did about 3.7 litres per minute going through the system, coming out of the nozzles. So not bad going, big time saving on that. Something like that, 24 litres, 2 tanks, probably taken me something more in the region of about 20 minutes to do that with a knapsack. So it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, having the right kit, and doing a good job. So there we go. So having done a rough calculation by the number of paces and the number of cones that are setting out there, plus what I'm coming across, I think I did about 990 odd ish meters with that 24 litres that were in the tank. So again, that over the amount of time it's taken, 6.5 minutes, pretty quick, very efficient, getting those down. Anyway, we'll continue. That's number 3. That's number 4, sitting there waiting. I'll get this down. So we're looking at about somewhere in the region of about 15 minutes a bucket to get that down. So that's in elapsed time. That's probably about half an hour so far. Another hour here, and then I've got another pack in there. So another hour looking up and down and getting the nematodes on. I might even treat myself and go, rather than going crossways, may go up and down this time. Oh, the excitement. But anyway, enough larking around. So these videos that I'm doing, not as a how-to guide, but just information really on what we do, how we do it. So yeah, I'm sorry if it's not educational as to how to do it yourself, but that's not what I'm in business for. This is my business, I run it, I own it. Yeah, I enjoy doing what I'm doing, but I am here to make a living. So going up and down doing this again, what we're seeing is getting this nice even spread, and as I said, I'm going to treat myself going up and down this time rather than backwards and forwards. Best time to apply nematodes, yep, when it's dark, when there's not so much UV around, i.e. not on a sunny day. Yep, don't have that. And possibly when there's even rain in the forecast. Yep, got that as well. On a lawn, ideally, that's been freshly scarified. Yep, and also one that's been aerated. Yep, check that as well. So everything so far is boding well. I'm getting these insects into the ground, but what we have to take into consideration is that after all, we are playing with nature. It's not always successful, but it's better than nothing and having the lawn eaten. But what we will find is that some chafers can actually stay in the ground for up to 3 years, depending on what type you've actually got. And therefore, doing this now, I'm looking forward to having to do it again in the spring. So here we go, back towards the van now. Rattle, rattle, spray, spray. Yep, all conditions are good. Good lawn. Yeah, hopefully we can actually save this and get rid of the chafers that are lurking down below.